In practical life, we are compelled to follow what is most probable. In speculative thought, we are compelled to follow truth. There can be no hope without fear, and no fear without hope. Emotion, which is suffering, ceases to be suffering as soon as we form a clear and precise picture of it. Insofar as the mind sees things in their eternal aspect, it participates in eternity. Be not astonished at new ideas, for it is well known to you that a thing does not therefore cease to be true because it is not accepted by many. Fame has also this great drawback, that if we pursue it, we must direct our lives so as to please the fancy of men. Peace is not the absence of war. It is a virtue, a state of mind, a disposition of benevolence, confidence, justice. The more clearly you understand yourself and your emotions, the more you become a lover of what is. I do not know how to teach philosophy without becoming a disturber of the peace. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. Sin cannot be conceived in a natural state, but only in a civil state, where it is decreed by common consent what is good or bad. So long as a man imagines that he cannot do this or that, so long as he is determined not to do it, and consequently so long as it is impossible to him that he should do it. The greatest pride or the greatest despondency is the greatest ignorance of oneself. If men were born free, they would, so long as they remained free, form no conception of good and evil. Nothing in this universe is contingent, but all things are conditioned to exist and operate in a particular manner by the necessity of the divine nature. Men govern nothing with more difficulty than their tongues, and can moderate their desires more than their words. All happiness or unhappiness solely depends upon the quality of the object to which we are attached by love. I would warn you that I do not attribute to nature either beauty or deformity, order or confusion. Only in relation to our imagination can things be called beautiful or ugly, well-ordered or confused. I have made a ceaseless effort not to ridicule, not to bewail, not to scorn human actions, but to understand them. How would it be possible if salvation were ready to our hand and could without great labor be found, that it should be by almost all men neglected, but all things excellent are as difficult as they are rare? Reason cannot defeat emotion, and emotion can only be displaced or overcome by a stronger emotion. The highest endeavor of the mind and the highest virtue is to understand things by intuition. Indeed, just as light makes manifest both itself and darkness, So truth is the standard both of itself and falsity. Men believe themselves to be free simply because they are conscious of their actions and unconscious of the causes whereby those actions are determined. One and the same thing can at the same time be good, bad, and indifferent. E.g., music is good to the melancholy, bad to those who mourn, and neither good nor bad to the deaf. To give aid to every poor man is far beyond the reach and power of every man. Care of the poor is incumbent on society as a whole. Emotional distress and unhappiness have their origin mostly in excessive love toward a thing subject to considerable instability. People are quite incapable of distracting their minds from thinking of any other goods besides riches, honor, and sensual pleasure. All things excellent are as difficult as they are rare. I call him free who is led solely by reason. Ambition is the immoderate desire for power. When a man is prey to his emotions, he is not his own master. Superstition is founded on ignorance. God is the indwelling and not the transient cause of all things. I do not presume that I have found the best philosophy. I know that I understand the true philosophy. Everyone has as much right as he has might. Let unswerving integrity be your watchword. The endeavor to understand is the first and only basis of virtue. The proper study of a wise man is not how to die, but how to live. Reality and perfection are synonymous. Big fish eat small fish with as much right as they have power. Freedom is self-determination. None are more taken in by flattery than the proud, who wish to be the first and are not. No matter how thin you slice it, there will always be two sides.